Question number 3, Andrew Little.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. Did he approve of Minister McCully's dealings with the Saudi Arabian businessman Hamood al-Ali al-Khalaf?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, yes, the full Cabinet agreed to the proposals put forward by Minister McCully in a paper which was tabled in the House last week.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
When his Cabinet made its decision to pay $4 million of taxpayer money to private Saudi interests, how much of the payment was for intellectual property?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, I don't have those exact details, but I'm aware that it fitted within the $4 million that went to the business hub part of the, not the agri hub.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
When his Cabinet made its decision to pay $4 million of taxpayer money to private Saudi interests, how much of the payment was for settlement of the then threatened legal proceedings?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, I don't think it would be right to actually claim that you could compartmentalise it in that particular way. There were a range of different issues, and they included the potential exposure of a legal claim, wanting to resolve the issues that were holding back the Gulf State FTA, the fact that we thought we could promote New Zealand in an international environment. We thought it was the right thing to do.
Supplementary.
Andrew Little supplementary question.
Did he know that the $4 million payment that Minister McCully told Cabinet was for intellectual property and settling a legal claim was really a facilitation payment? And could he please enlighten the House about the difference between a facilitation payment and a bribe?
Mr Speaker,
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
I'm just really making some pretty silly statements. The $4 million was paid to Al Khalaf's company under a contract for services between MFAT and that company. It related to costs associated with shifting the operations that were previously based in New Zealand to a new hub in Saudi Arabia.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
Well, given that answer, why does Minister McCully's Cabinet paper state that in return for the $4 million, the private Saudi interests would, quote, use their best officers to connect New Zealand government and trade interests with key government and commercial decision makers in Saudi Arabia, end quotes. And what is that but a bribe by any other name?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
As I said, Mr Speaker, the advice I've had was that $4 million was paid on the basis of a contract for services that related to costs associated with shifting. They included the intellectual property and access to physical location in Saudi Arabia and other items listed in the Cabinet paper that were released last week.
Supplementary.
Right on top of the detail.
Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
Can he give a categorical assurance that Murray McCully was fully transparent with and did not mislead the Cabinet?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, I'm quite confident that Mr McCully fully advised the Cabinet.
Supplementary.
Order. Supplementary question, Andrew Little.
When he said that he wanted higher standards in government, did they include tolerating senior ministers misleading Cabinet and using taxpayer funds to buy off foreign sheep farmers? Isn't it time for Murray McCully to go?
Yes.
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, someone polling 9% might be wanting to reflect whether it's time to go.
Order. Supplementary question. Order. Right Honourable Winston Peters, supplementary question.
Will the Prime Minister make available to this Parliament and the public all the legal advice and opinion that the Cabinet received behind this deal? If not, why not?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, no, as is consistent with the way legal advice is always treated, and was treated when the member was Minister of Foreign Affairs, if he bothered opening the legal advice, I suppose.
Order. Question number 4.